In this video, I'll be introducing your CC library. To get started, you should have a garment fully drawn and filled with color, okay? Presumably a completed version that you'll be using for project number 4. If you're just not there, that's fine. You can also use a sort of temporary object, okay, just to work through this process. The first thing I want to talk about, of course, is that once you have your garment drawn, what should you do with it? And what I would tell you to do is to grab your black arrow, select your t-shirt, okay, make sure you've got all the pieces and parts, and come up to Object and Group, okay? That's just going to make it a little bit easier. So if you do choose to move it, either now or once you place it in InDesign, you'll be able to move it without worrying about leaving individual pieces behind, okay? Now, you certainly can now take this, perhaps copy, create a new document, and place it, and then save it there. There's nothing wrong with that, and actually it's really quite smart, particularly if you want to email me your picture for feedback, or you want to send it to your mom, or just if you know that you're going to need to use it in another program at some point in the future. It's going to give you more flexibility. But I also want to make sure that you're familiar with the library. And the library is here behind Properties. Okay, if you don't see it, you can come up to Window and Libraries to open it up. Okay, again, it's just a panel. All your panels are accessible here. Now, you're going to see that you're either going to go directly to your library, or if you have other libraries created, you may come to this window where you can see all of your libraries. I'm going to go into my library so you can see everything that I have previously shared between programs. So these are pieces that I've worked on for previous courses. You see things like brushes and patterns that I've created on my iPad. To use this, okay, all I need to do is make sure that I have my t-shirt fully selected. I'm going to click and drag this over. You're going to see it comes in as Artwork 16. And you can rename this. I can go ahead and right click and you'll see that you have an option for renaming right here. Okay. Now, some of these t-shirts were created, 1 to 2 years ago. Okay, I don't know exactly how long it's been, but I just want to point out that as long as you keep your account current, these will always exist here. If you don't keep your account current, perhaps you decide for a couple of years that you don't think you need the Adobe Suite, I want to make sure that you know that this does disappear. And so again, it is good to save these externally on your hard drive just to provide yourself with a backup, okay? All right, so what's the point of this? Okay, yep, it's in my library. How does this help me? Well, this is accessible to on any device that you're using Adobe. So I can access this on my iPad, but I can also now come over to where I have InDesign open, and I can, you'll see that obviously I already have CC Libraries open, and this has followed me. And so now I can very easily place these images into my InDesign template. So for instance, I can grab that and simply drop it, okay, to perform a place and place it within the frame that I already have created on this template, okay. Now, if you don't immediately see your CC libraries, all you need to do is go up to Window, and you'll see CC Libraries. I know it's poor design, poor user experience that they've named it differently in the different interfaces. Again, it was in Illustrator, it was simply library. In InDesign, it's CC Libraries, but it is the same thing, and it's going to give you access to all of your files across all of the interfaces and on any device that you have these programs downloaded on, okay?